Do whatever.
But we are
live?
like NBA live.
Okay. Hey man. Say man. Welcome to another episode. Stuck in the Middle podcast where you know it's up and it's stuck.
Every week.
But you know, I can't do nothing before I talk about how we can get connected. You know what you got to do, right? Before you do anything, I need you to plus one on every single plat and make sure you double punch. And that's how you get all the notifications when we go live, drop new content, drop some of them crazy Stucky Situations that Jeremy be narrating. That's how you figure it out. So make sure you do that double punch. I mean, we're just a pop culture podcast. We show up every single week to give you guys some hilarious takes on what happened this week, what happened with us, what happened with you guys, what happened with the world. From that point, we open up the submissions that you guys send us. They're called Stucky Situations. Jeremy narrates that.
Yeah.
Brian, who is not here today, B Wood official. Cook. Oh, yeah. Man, B Wood Cook, my boy. We hope you get better. He's sick right now. But typically, he looks at the world and says, what is stuck and stupid and how can we put it on the wheel? And then right after that, Cori gives us a way to just wrap it up in a pretty bow, send us on our way to get us unstuck. That is the show. Hope you stick around for another hour to watch that. But you know I keep the fan with me.
It is Coach Hef, a.k.a. Higher Ed Fred, is in the building.
So we accepted it.
H-E-F.
Love it. Coach Hef, I'm loving it. Coach Hef, when's the next party?
The next party is right now. And it's tomorrow. And it's every day.
So hold on. You know, Hef had a Playboy mansion. What are we calling your mansion?
We calling it the corner spot.
The corner spot.
Yeah, it's a corner lot. It's a corner lot, and we're gonna have it a corner spot. That's what
sounds like a bet. The corner spot.
Sounds like a bodega.
I like it. You already know over here is the
Resident Unicorn.
Come on now.
And the pup Perry.
From
Cori from Cori's Corner. Just stuck with Perry. And first I'm Cowboy Cori right now. I ain't gonna cap.
Hey, that is fire.
I'm Cowboy Cori.
Hey, it's giving TSU.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
if you go in the kitchen right now, I got some. You saw it?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Bro. Some kettle corn?
Not a kettle corn. I do got some Charleston popcorn, some kettle corn, and I got a special edition Tarleton Dublin drinks.
Bro.
I might got some more at the thing. I'll bring some.
Bro, yeah. So this ain't even a question, bro.
I also got a Mama T sticker because her birthday was yesterday, so shout out to Mama T.
Man, shout out to Tarleton all the way, bro.
Did you go for were you there for the what's name?
I was not there.
Oh.
I will tell you where I was in the newest segment of Stucky Week-cap.
All right, bet. Well,
we might as well just jump right into it. What we stuck on?
Man. Let me tell you what I've been stuck on. A couple of things. One, if you can't already tell, sinus congestion, bronchitis been going crazy. So I'm probably not gonna be talking a lot. I'm gonna be talking a lot. I cannot talk a lot.
Stop
you know what I'm saying? That's cap. Cap.
But that's all throughout the F-dub, though.
Cap.
It's going crazy, bro.
Yes.
Whatever is in the air, whatever respiratory virus, and not COVID, because I didn't test it for that. And a lot of people say flu A, but I also didn't have the flu. So that's been knocking me down. But we had such a big week at work, and I will say this, bro. I try not to. There we go. I try not to talk about work, but we had a huge week where we hosted a placement exchange conference.
Oh, okay.
Student Affairs placement conference.
What's the placement? What's that mean?
So,
bro, it's fire.
Bro, I finna tell you real quick.
Bro.
Let me tell you a little bit more about SAPC. So basically, this time of the year, hiring a student affairs is like, it works in cycles.
Okay.
Right? So most people in student affairs will start in June-ish. Right? You have your, like I said, like tier 1 wave in June. You got your like bottom tier 1, tier 2 in like August. The people who you kind of had to drag through.
And you're not talking about hiring. You're talking about actually starting.
They start.
So
okay,
that's important.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. Start date is like June, and then the second one's like in August. And the third one's around late October, early November.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it's like miracle hires. Not miracle hires, but like the job posting has been open for a while, and or you really knew somebody, so you went and got them.
That's right.
So like when I started in December.
Mid-December.
Yeah, mid-December.
You were a miracle hire.
I would like to say.
Yeah, because it is very rare that you start mid-December. You either start right before the end of the semester or you got to wait.
Or you wait till the spring semester.
Yeah, because why mess up the...
Exactly.
I got it.
So that means this time of the year is interview season.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So this is where all the people are going to places where they can get interviews. So a placement exchange or placement conference is where employers, so schools will come. Mm-hmm. I think we had close to 50 schools or something like that. So, and then candidates will come. Schools will come and say, hey, we have this many jobs we're posting for, and they'll post it at the conference. Mm-hmm. And then candidates will come to the conference and interview for those jobs. And we're talking about huge open areas where I'm at a table right here. There's another table next to me. There's another table next to me. Everybody's interviewing with different schools. And all the schools bring their swag and their stuff. And you're really having to sell your school and their space so that hopefully we can get you to another interview and get you to come on campus. And,
so that first interview y'all doing is
for most times it is formal, but it's like stage 1 interview.
Yeah. So
but there are some people who will hire from that interview.
From there. You know what I'm saying?
Strange scenario. I mean, that's not. I say strange because it's strange to me.
Yeah.
Like before I say strange and make everybody all butthurt, good and Lord.
No,
it's strange to me.
The typical process, I say typical. Most people would do is they'll do day 1. They'll do like a level 1 interview. Maybe that's 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. And that night there's a mixer that's going on, a reception, a mixer, maybe a reception and a couple mixers. And if schools really like you, they'll invite you to their mixer. Yeah. And you're supposed to, go out, network, da-da-da-da. And maybe at that mixer, they'll give you a second interview for the next day. The second interview is probably an hour long. It's a little bit more in depth. Mm-hmm. From that second interview, if they like you, they'll bring you on campus. And then...
wine and dine you a little bit.
Exactly. Gotcha. And then after the on-campus experience, which typically you come in a night, you have dinner at night, you have a full day of interviewing, and then you either leave that day or you leave the next morning. Mm-hmm. And... then after that, you either get hired or you don't get hired. So your goal as a candidate is like, you want to get on campus. Sure. It's tough though.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Yeah. So we hosted that. We actually created the conference and we hosted at TCU. Shout out to TCU. But that's what I've been stuck on. I'm new, so I was in like help mode. Mm-hmm. It was cool to just see my colleagues like
jump in there and make it
happen. They were locked in, bro.
Yeah,
like
you'll be there one day.
They do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you'll be there one day.
So it was cool to see it and be like, damn, I'm proud that I work with these people.
Yeah. That's important at the job spot. You want to make sure that you have that connection and you can see like the importance of your work. Because without that, it's kind of hard to keep showing up and keep being prevalent.
Yeah. And these conferences, they don't happen enough. Mm-hmm. But the good thing about this is a normal higher ed hiring practice takes months.
Yes, and this
conference takes the three interview thing down to 2 in 2 days.
So really, this process is something that's made out of necessity.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
That's why it's strange because it's not something that's it's not a process that you would consider traditional because it's not.
I mean, it is for higher ed.
It is for higher ed, but it came out of that, right?
It came out of necessity.
It came out of like, okay, why don't we create because this process, the interview process is crazy, especially if we're talking about a field where, bro, student affairs professionals, it's a big field.
They never leave.
But on the low end, it's a lot of people.
Yeah. Right.
So if I got to get through a lot of people, if I was supposed to do that traditionally, man, it would take forever, bro.
Yeah. Making sure that you get a whole bunch of people's schedules lined up.
Yes.
It
would take forever.
Think about it now. I mean, how hard is it for us to get aligned on interview processes? I've interviewed a lot of people at Verizon, and it's always difficult. You got to have the right alignment. You got to do people got to sign in, and it's just a lot. So it makes sense now. Yeah, now that you say it like that.
So it was cool. I mean, a lot of long days, long nights. Yeah. I mean, yesterday we got up there. I didn't get home till like 9 something, which is I say y'all be like, oh, I can get home later, but bro, when I leave the house at 6:40, I'm not getting home till 9. That's a long day, fam.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Very long day. And not only is it a long day, we're talking about, bro. These are days you got to be on.
Yeah, like there ain't no. I still get energy, a break. I get all this.
Ain't no breaks. Gotta be right. Always smiling. Yep. On top of that, we hosting. So not only am I interviewing, there's the weight of also being a gracious host, not only to the candidates but to the employers. So if the employers need something, we gotta go get it. You know what I mean? So we always gotta put the best foot forward. At Tarleton, at TCU, we talk about rolling out the purple carpet. That's what we want people to know. They come in here, you a rock star, and we want to treat you that way. So. It's been a crazy 2 days, but it's been an exciting 2 days. That's what I've been stuck on, being sick, but also having a great time, making it happen. That's absolutely, bro.
That's typical stuck in the middles. You know, if y'all haven't paid attention, if you're a sim For all you Sims out there, I got to do that. I just had to do it once. Be like, be wood, because man.
Look, hey, this is both cameras.
Yeah,
This is both cameras.
both cameras. You paying attention? No, I mean, yeah, it's important. Long story short, it's important. I just think that's cool to hear. What about you, Jay Wood or Jay Mid?
Jay Wood, Jay Mid,
Coach
I told you something about this couch, bro. You sit up, and I think he said it too.
He did. He said, "You sit on this couch, you get nervous."
Could be.
I mean, I say it every day.
I am right. I think for me, I'm stuck on a couple of things. Number one, work wise, I'm stuck on like the negative change and the negative understanding of the people above me, and it's hard to really describe. But like the software that I work in, the software that I use, excellent company for what I do. Right.
Talking about Big M.
Yep.
I fuss with Big M. Heavy.
Yes, heavy, bro.
Yeah, me too.
And so I, like, for the people who don't know, like, I had a job offer with them because I learned that system without even like taking their training. Like, I like this system so much. I was doing a whole bunch of stuff on the back end. I've created a couple of their universal reports, like I did. And so, but now that I'm at a certain level, there are people who are above me, and the people who are above me do not understand this system, but they are trying to make a whole bunch of changes to this system that like don't work, and they're not operationally efficient. Like it's just super stressful. So like it's bothering me at work. I'm trying to create reports, trying to show people how to like get these reports and get this data and get this information, but they don't know how to use it, and they don't know how to like ask me what they're looking for because they don't want to take the time to just, it's a 30-minute training video here, a couple of like paragraphs of this there, you know, like it's simple to learn if you just want to sit down and actually do it. So there's that. And then I'm stuck on volleyball, you know, trying to make sure my knees.
In their face.
Oh yeah. I had to open gym the other day, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm still on this weight loss journey, and this is the first time where like I'm playing and my knees aren't the sole impact of my play. And what I mean by that is like,
you're constantly thinking about it.
Right. Every single move I make on the court, I have to add an extra level of how can I make sure this movement doesn't hurt
my
me.
knees.
That actually just happened to me this past year. I've never had knee problems to this past year, so now I consider my knee in every goddamn thing. So I understand what you're talking about.
But when you got weight, and I've been heavy my whole life,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what people will tell you all the time, especially you go to doctors. They're like,
Lose it.
You wanna help your joints out, bro.
Yeah.
You don't understand how much stress you put on your joints from just being heavy. You're just walking.
Yeah.
So then you go to
just standing.
That's what I'm saying. Then you go to playing sports like volleyball and basketball on hard surfaces.
Yeah.
Come on.
Bro, you be shredding your joints, dog.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
And that's every single doctor I've been to. That's like, of course, I tore them up and all that jazz, but they're like, the first thing you can do to like start getting better is you got to drop this weight. And then now that I've dropped it, I'm like, okay, I'm still in some pain, but like it is astronomically different. So like to put it on a scale, when I would play volleyball, like my competitive volleyball, so not like coaching where I'm on the court playing, at the end of the day, so I have to like pace myself, but let's say I'm playing in a tournament, that's 5 games, 2 sets per game, that's 10 sets of play.
Yeah.
By the end of that day, I'm barely mobile. Like I can barely walk. I'm very stiff. I'm very sore. Bending a certain way hurts. It's just really, really bad. And now when I'm done, I'm sore, but I'm not in so much pain.
Yeah, you can do
like
it.
I can walk out. I wouldn't.
Yeah, 2 days.
I probably could.
Leave it on the court.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to because like in my division, tournaments are 2-day tournaments. And so like I have to play again. But like
Wow.
I also have to suffer. Like the night after the first day, I'm ice bath, hot tub, legs elevated, like doing whatever I can.
Down.
Yeah, waking up in the morning with the hot towel wrapped around the leg, like doing everything just to make sure that I can survive the next day. And then I barely warm up. You know, volleyball, there's hitting lines. I don't do hitting lines a lot ever because I have to save my jump. Like you know how there's like a minute count for NBA or jump count? It's the same thing for me with volleyball. Like I don't warm up like that. Like I do a lot of the plyometric stuff, but I just don't jump because I got to save the jumps. Every single jump I have is a little bit more damage.
Yeah.
You know?
So losing that weight has helped you with everything that you need.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Bray?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he missed.
I got you.
No, it was just really
I just
bad.
moved,
A dad
I moved
joke.
past it
Yeah, it
real
was
quick.
really bad.
A dad
Moved
joke
past
from
it
the
real
dad.
quick.
Yeah, just terrible.
Moving on.
Stuck on God's grace, man. God's been good. This past week,
Amen.
especially, I've just been showing up for me in ways that is undescribable. Mainly, and the fact that we don't have 1,000 yet across our platforms, 90,000 followers. That's what I'm stuck on.
Yeah, we climbing.
Yeah,
I want to make it like a challenge, but also like I do want it to be
organic
as
No,
well.
that's
But
fine.
a challenge,
We gotta-
is organic too.
Listen,
but
let me explain something to you. From the guy looking at the numbers, there's no more organic than what we got going on.
Yeah, no,
okay?
that's what I'm saying.
Trust me. Like we're
And to be where we are in the amount of time,
unbelievable.
we're way ahead of schedule, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't
I know.
even-
It's just for me, like I mean, you said your numbers got me too. It's just like you said 1,000. Okay, then I'm gonna go out there and get this 1,000. So I want to be like,
Yeah.
bro, you're married. You're following me. Why is your wife not following? You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's a healthy bit of that you need to have, and I have that too.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm out and about and somebody says, if you have enough time to talk to me, you have enough time to listen. So I'm gonna tell you about it.
right.
And so I respect that too. And that's called organic because I'm actually talking to you. So like, don't even think that that's a negative thing. When we're saying 1,000, for those who are paying attention, we're talking about those who are literally watching us every week and not hitting that plus button. I know how the mind works.
Yep.
We think that it's hard work, but I promise you it's not. You just click a button and it's free, by the way, and your life changes. It's really it's kind of simple. We do all the technical stuff on the back end to help push that information to you.
Well, you're gonna watch it anyway.
That's what I'm saying. So you might. What's the point of searching for it when we can just send it to you?
And it's right there. Like you don't have to stop watching to press plus.
You know what? If you're watching right now, you literally can just hit the play, double punch.
Yeah, for real.
Very simple. And I'm not budging. So if I've already heard this from followers that DM me, from my wife, from other people. They're already annoyed with me saying road to 1,000. We're gonna have to be annoyed. I need 1,000 across the board.
If that's the goal, that's the goal. We ain't moving the goal.
I'm not moving off the post.
We don't.
So if you want to not be annoyed, make sure you get 1,000 people.
You know what I'm saying? We don't.
Smart goals.
Yeah.
We don't play that. We don't play that. Because
if we move off the goal of 1,000, we're gonna find ourselves in a Stucky situation.
Pretty good.
That was pretty good. For not having the couch. You said you were scared of the couch, but the couch showed up.
The fake vocals gonna be there. I got two. Listen, let me explain something. My vocals are capped. I just got two real singers.
The real
Cap vocals.
For real. All right. So Stucky situation. Here we go. So there's this person I've caught feelings for and has these feelings for about 8 months now. They become my best friend and we get along amazingly. My day is better when they're a part of it, and I smile like a kid around. I smile like a kid anytime they're around.
Where's the Stucky part? Because this sounds amazing.
It's not the Stucky part.
Yeah.
Now this, bro.
Oh, I didn't keep reading because I'm listening to the journey.
I stopped reading when you
My
started.
bad, Coach F.
Now the Stucky part of this. We work together, and they have a significant other. Stuff my feelings down and never let them come to the surface? Question mark.
Let's date on 3.
You said what?
Well, remember, guys, for those who are paying attention, we're either gonna be stuck stuck no, or stuck
No, that's Stucky stupid.
I said let's do it on 3. Meaning, like, I think we're all gonna say the same thing. Is it stuck stuck no, or stuck 1, 2?
You're
3.
in the wrong segment.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the response to Stuck and Stupid. We're in a Stucky situation.
It's the couch, bro.
It's
The
the
couch. The
couch.
couch,
It's the
messed him
couch,
up.
bro, got him
The couch
tripping.
messed him up. This is where we talk about how getting Stucky situations where people write in their situation
That's right.
where they're stuck, and we give them advice on how to get unstuck in their situation.
I'm just trying to fuse them. Okay, let's fuse them.
This is an efficient episode. We'll be done in 15 minutes today.
Listen, that's funny. I guess Cori start.
You want me to start? Okay, listen. First and foremost, congratulations. You're in a work relationship.
You're a work husband.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Work
Play
situation.
yourself.
You have a work relationship. If you go to lunch with somebody else, she's going to be mad.
That's right.
No, I'm sorry. We're trying to channel our best B Wood. Here's what I have to say, bro. And I'm just assuming. Actually, I'm not assuming because I think they gave us the bio, and this is a male. So here's what I have to say, bro. Contrary to popular belief, and I say belief being the people at work are going to tell you you probably should avoid work relationships. The people in society are going to tell you that you should
Do you?
do them because, and why do I say that? Because people are in them all the time.
Mhm.
you should listen to the people above you.
Please.
I'm telling you. Unless there are certain situations, and here's where things kind of flipped on its head. Let's talk about kind of like student affairs. If we're talking about like hall directors and stuff like that, their community is different. They all live on campus. They all do everything together. Their lives are literally together. It's not just 8 to 5.
Right.
You're doing stuff after hours. So it is very common for hall directors to fall in love, get married, and ride off in the sunset. Like, that's whatever. If you're not doing stuff like that, just bro, I'm telling you, there's nothing that you can do where this will really end up to be a well thing. Let me tell you why. Here's the situation. Let's just say you go in and you say, hey, I'm having feelings about you. Like, I know you got a guy, a partner, but I'm just really feeling you. What's the best case scenario? Let's play it out. For a bro, what's his best case scenario?
Ain't one. Oh,
his
okay,
best
hold
case
on.
What is he
scenario.
thinking? If he's thinking,
I know what
she
best
divorced.
case scenario. No. Best case scenario, you say, listen, honey, baby, I'm feeling you. And she says, me too. And I've already amicably divorced my husband because I had those
or
feelings.
broke up because I don't know if
we
they're
had to
married.
talk
Yeah.
about it, and I realized that I like you more. And so that's already been taken care of too. So we can
We can
just make
start
this
our
happen.
relationship and y'all ride off in the sun.
Never.
Now, how
Realistic.
realistic did that sound?
It literally sounded like a Hollywood movie that somebody scripted.
Thank you.
Nah, I wouldn't even say.
That didn't
Look,
make it across the
I
line.
wouldn't even say Hollywood.
Hey,
Hallmark.
that's one of them 300 scripts that.
That get listen, bro. When I tell you, sometimes when we think about life,
Yeah.
and we want life to be a movie, like it's very interesting. Sometimes we think about life, we just have to really think about it out loud.
That's right.
Because right now, your feelings, you haven't really stated it out loud, besides in here. But when we start talking about it, you're gonna see.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, that ain't gonna happen.
Ain't no.
Let's
place.
say there's a second option. You tell her, and she says, "Oh my gosh, I have feelings for you too, but like, I can't leave my significant other."
Now it's forever
And
awkward.
now it's forever awkward. And we have to work together. So did you just create a hostile work environment?
Can't say no.
To where
it's guaranteed.
The
Yes.
things that used to be okay, now that you've expressed it, you go to her next time and maybe she feels uncomfortable.
That's because
Now you're in HR?
Because now you're assuming that she's okay with that.
With-
You're assuming that she already knew that you was feeling that way.
Yep.
So think about it. What if she had no clue
At all. That's option 3.
Yeah,
We're getting
there
there,
you
right? Option 3 is you tell her she had no idea that you felt the way that you felt. And now you're a creep,
Game over. Yeah, that's the worst possible scenario.
right? Or there's scenario number 4. Enjoy the relationship you have now. Listen, Jasmine Sullivan said it the best, bro. Just because I love you and you love me doesn't mean that we are meant to be.
My mind.
There are some relationships that are just relationships that are going to be platonic, but they're the best relationships ever. They're fantastic. You may want more from them, but maybe you're thinking with other aspirations. And I'm telling you, what you're getting out of this relationship with this person right now is already fantastic. You literally said, I smile like a kid anytime they're around. We get along amazingly. They become my best friend. What more do you need? The only other more that you need is that you want some skins. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
You want some skins. You literally have everything else, bro.
My
Shut it down. Like literally, it'd be different if she didn't have a significant other. And even then, I still think
Weird.
you're still risking.
Playing with fire.
You're still playing with fire.
Because all you're doing is taking away one scenario. There's
Right.
still the other 3 that we talked about.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like you're still, maybe you're not like potentially pouring gasoline.
It's
if
actually
she's
worse
single.
if she's single because now it's 50-50. We gave
That's
you
true.
4 options. That's 25%. You have, but when it's 50-50, it's either gonna work or it's gonna be terrible.
So my advice to you, my brother, is like B Wood would say, sometimes being a man in life or just being a human in general, you gotta take L's. This to me is not really an L because you're still winning. You still have an amazing friend, an amazing time. You get to go to work and you enjoy work because of the people you're with.
That's right.
And that's rare.
Thank you.
Wow, that's rare.
So stick with that, bro.
Yeah.
Stick with that. And here's what I will tell you. At some point, y'all will move on.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get new jobs. Maybe something happens then. Maybe.
I could tell that story. That was.
Would you like to?
I would love to, just to let you know that I'm not coming from a place of like.
Sounds like
judgment.
Matt and Claudia.
That's exactly right. So my wife currently. That's why I said just hold off, brother. Hold off, brother, because currently my wife was engaged to be married at the time, or back up. She was with somebody at the time that I met her. They ended up getting engaged and they ended up getting married, all while we were working together. However, her and I were really good friends.
Y'all
the
had this type of
exact same
relationship
at work that you're looking at. Did I want to get, the skins, as Cori called? Of course. That was
Them
always in the
skins.
back of my mind, like, boy,
Them
if he ever
chicharrones.
slip up. Was I ever disrespectful toward her in terms of bringing up this topic about my feelings?
No.
Absolutely not. Never. Not once. She can vouch for that. Not once. While they were together. Now, because my patience, one of two things was going to happen. Right? One of two things was going to happen. She was either going to be happy with her husband, and I was going to have to be respectful forever.
Right.
Which is okay because I'm not a creep. Or she was going to not be happy with her husband, that was going to break up or whatever, and then I would still give it some time because I don't like stepping in when people are vulnerable.
But then it's time to slide.
And that's exactly what happened. I'm talking about it took some years, but she was my friend the whole time. And boy, over time, and she dated other people after that. So it wasn't like I immediately jumped in there. I'm just trying to show you it took me years, boy, to lock in on this right here. Yeah. So what I'm telling you is from the actual situation, don't do it. It's just not even worth it. It's going to be so much more worth it later down the line if it was real. Because here's the other part that we didn't talk about. She could possibly have those same feelings for you, which is what I found out. Just we couldn't really unpack all of that at the time.
Because timing, people don't recognize this when it comes to relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Timing is a key factor on if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody or not.
Period.
Mm-hmm. That's why me and y'all not meant to be. Sometimes it's just not, the timings don't align. Yeah. That's it. And maybe they'll align later down the road.
Who knows?
But they just did not align.
That's right.
And some people understand that and some people don't.
No, I mean, and other people are not. When we talked about this, shout out to one of our followers, because today our post was about confidence. Some people don't have all that confidence in them like I did. And I'm not saying that I was super confident, like, yeah, I'm that guy. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that I was confident that whatever choice I made, because it was respectful, it would lead to something respectful later on.
Right.
Either a friendship because she's married and I had to be platonic, or something more because she's not married and she would like to be more than platonic. Whatever it was out of that respect. So maybe some people don't have the confidence and they're just like, I got to shoot my shot because I never know. Trust me, that's just a horrible play.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's horrible.
Not in this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this situation. You want to add on?
I'll add on and be super quick. I got two things. Number one, if this is your best friend, as you say, why would you choose to hurt her? Because at the end of the day,
it's possible that you
letting your feelings out is going to cause hurt. Even if she had those same feelings, let's say that they're married. If she has those same feelings and she's married, she got to have that breakup. She's got to have that divorce. She's got to have all that. And I mean, sure, you can swoop in and rescue, but it's still going to be hurt. And the hurt is going to be triggered by you. Like, I hate to say it, but like, let somebody else trigger that hurt.
That's right.
Let somebody else be the reason why they broke up, and
she came to her own decision.
Yeah.
Right?
Like I'm saying, but like, you cannot be that reason.
Yeah, don't put the weight on her.
You aren't the reason to be the catalyst.
That's right.
Number two, check your emotions, and by checking them, I mean therapy. I mean find another way to express them, because suppressing your emotions at work, not at work, anytime in life, has literally been studied to never be a good thing.
No.
100%. So figure out a way to express your emotions, figure out a way to counter them some way, shape, or form, so that this thought process isn't ruining your workday.
Hold on. Figure out a healthy way to counter.
Yeah.
Yes, healthy way.
I hate we have to say stuff like that, but people are very particular about stuff like that.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Please figure out a healthy, affordable way, if not free way, to express your feelings.
And there's a couple things that you can do, right? So what are some of those things we can do to get unstuck, Jaron? What are some ways that you can, like, what would you suggest if somebody was trying to do something positive instead of expressing their emotions like that at work?
I would say there's two things. Number one, I would definitely suggest therapy. And probably find an emotional therapist, like a therapist who is who deals with emotions, who deals with relationships, stuff like that. The second thing I would do is a positive channel for that would be like, oh man, the student affairs is coming out of me. Like I'm thinking of like a type of programming that is a team building, like get other people involved in what could be y'all so that you're not alone anymore. So like instead of you only have this one friend, find some team building activities that get you all involved so that when you're coming into work, you're getting a smile at the group and not just one person.
Gotcha.
That'll lighten your emotional load.
No, that's good.
And help.
Because that's the other thing too. The reason why that's a good point, I'll give you some more tips, is because if this is the only relationship you have that's like this, if and when that relationship sours, you won't want to be at that place no more.
You're gonna quit.
No, that's a whole nother impact.
Yeah.
That's not even something we unpacked a little bit.
But another tip I would say is, bro, I mean, right, this is crazy. Be creative with the things when you're getting out your feelings. So if it means journaling sounds so corny.
Nah, bro.
But I'm trying to tell you, when you do it, is it not cathartic?
The best.
Because what your mind sees and what your mind is knowing is that you're actually getting rid of the thoughts and the patterns that you have. You're letting them actually out. So you don't have to necessarily say them. You can write them down. The point is that you're spending your time expressing how you really feel and you're not just holding it in. So write the story you want and put it in a book. Guess what? Reading right now, this is no cap, bro. You want to hit the ladies? Write a book, bro.
Boy, and not only that.
Write a book. You gonna be in them book clubs going crazy.
Look, not only that, reading's coming back.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank God, by the way, we all need it. But the other part I was going to say is...
as a hobby, like...
Oh, yeah.
What do you like to do? I just like to read.
What if you told this story in a book?
That's what I'm saying. Write the book. Write the story.
Go as crazy as you want, by the way, and just call it fiction.
That's it. And then check it out. The thing is, everybody's been in your situation.
Come on, so they're going to relate.
So it's a relatable book 100%. Already. 100%. It's a relatable book
and
already.
If you don't believe that the writing it down is going to be cathartic, don't you have social media? Don't you go into comments for that same reason? Don't you hit like for that same reason? It's the same emotion. So do something healthy to get it out other than to expose that. Now, should she come to you later on down the line and say, oh, some adjustments have been made in my life and now I can finally tell you about how I feel and you had those feelings? Whole nother ball game. But it's so much sweeter.
Go stupid. Go crazy. Oh,
yeah, it's so much sweeter to wait for it. I mean, because we don't want you to end up on the wheel.
Hey, just stick it on the glass.
Somebody ask what Stuck and Stupid is?
What is Stuck and Stupid?
Well, I don't know. Who's doing it this time?
I'm doing it. Stuck and Stupid is a segment, or really is it a noun?
Well, we'll call it a segment for today.
Anyway, it's a segment where a person plays a thing, finds themselves in a stuck and stupid situation.
And when they are, what do we do?
We put them on the wheel.
We put them on the wheel.
We put them on the wheel. And stuck in is like, you can replace the word stuck with another word that sounds a lot like it. Starts with a...
Luck?
Starts with an F.
Buck?
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry.
So, we always ask. We spin the wheel and we ask, is it stuck and stupid? We say stuck yeah, stuck no, and then they added stuck and, which I don't necessarily like because riding the fence is an uncomfortable place to be.
As long as we explain ourselves, though. But Cori,
yeah, because context. Hold on. Don't let me. I got to make sure I'm look, you see you ahead of time, bro. You ahead of time, bro.
Be Wood, bro. I'm trying to get...
You on timing, bro.
I can't channel... The B Wood. It's the seat. It's something about this couch.
It's something. It's got to be the sauce.
It's
the sauce, boss.
The grill. The grill. We gotta stop the grill. Doesn't B Wood say time to put him in the grinder?
Yes, put him in the grinder.
Shout out
okay,
B
give me
Wood
my
Cooks.
cue.
Hey Cori, spin that wheel.
And the sound been messing up. It's still messing up right now. You ain't hear nothing, did you?
Nope.
That's what
I
I'm
hear
saying.
Matt.
It's been messing up.
I do it every week just in case it messes up.
Oh, I'm gonna read it out. My bad. I'm tripping. Listen, here's the question: is it stuck and stupid to be in a relationship, let's say past 35 years old, and going out with friends / partying / drinking until late 2 a.m.?
I got my answer.
Is it stuck and stupid? Stuck yeah, stuck no, or stuck in?
Stuck no.
Stuck yeah.
I say stuck. Stuck in?
Yeah. You were just about to say you don't like this.
Okay, but Mr. Stuck no. Start it off.
I don't think it's stuck and stupid because your adventure, y'all's adventure is y'all's adventure. If this is what you like, as long as you're not causing harm or anything like that to other people, then this is your adventure. This is do what you love, go out, hang out, party, drink, No one's saying getting trashed, but
You already hear that?
That's why I'm looking at you. It's an echo.
Hold
no,
on,
there's
hold on,
something.
hold on.
Is it the
No, it's
computer?
the echo.
No, hold on,
No.
hold on. That's crazy. I was looking at. Hold on. We had a. I think I can figure it out. Hold on. Maybe is the echo gone?
I think so. Yeah, I don't hear no more.
Echo.
Hey, you know what? It's been a long time since we had a technical difficulties cut.
Yeah, bro, it's just crazy.
No, give us a tech. When you edit this, make sure you put
I
that
got
cut
you.
in there.
That's just.
I like that.
Yeah. But so I say stuck no because adventure is adventure. Sometimes people just want to be on the couch watching TV together and be in someone's space. But at the same time, to what? Oh, I heard something that time.
Oh, I heard something that time.
Yeah, at
But
the same time, you
go
know,
ahead,
it's just
bro.
one of those things where adventure comes in so many shapes and forms that, you know, you just got to be, you know, comfortable in expressing yourself. And what does that look like? I definitely, especially if you're dating and going out on dates, like, don't try to be something in someone you're not. If you're a person who likes to go out and party.
So you're saying adventure in a relationship after 35 should include partying, drinking, and hanging out till 2 a.m.?
No, I'm not saying it should include. I'm saying
okay.
if it includes it, it's not stuck and stupid.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Oh, it does. It does. I just disagree.
Come on. If you disagree, then tell us why.
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of personal reasons, but mainly like, what can you be doing at them? Okay, let's talk about what those environments are. Let's air it out. Let's be honest. First of all, and I'm talking about being in my 30s, being in my 20s, my teens. I've been in clubs in each situation. So let me make sure again that I'm being very front about my involvement in these scenarios. I can't probably do with two hands how many couples I saw over the age of 35 that stayed out till 2 a.m. drunk at these places and having a good time. And I'm talking about in each area of my life, I've never seen this scenario. And by never, I just mean if I had to couple the amount of times I did it in my life versus the amount of times where I saw it, meaning I never saw. I don't remember seeing those 35 pluses out till 2 a.m. getting drunk. That were together. Now, did I see those 30-somethings that were drunk, that were single, that were looking to get something from this environment, which is not really a healthy environment for relationship building unless you're just trying to find something to attach to in the moment. This is why I don't think it's something that we should be doing at 35 or older. Now, I'm assuming a couple things. I think about children. If you got kids at that age too, forget about it. But maybe if you don't have children, I can see how this can turn into a stuck in. But I just personally think, I don't think nothing good can come from that. What can I do with my wife at 35 plus out at the club drinking till 2 a.m. that I can't do at the crib?
Oh, I'm about to say, I'm about to think about some things.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, we can go out from time to time to one of these places to hit on a night on the town. You feel me? But from where it's reading, it feels like it's something that you're consistently doing. Squash me on
Now that's where I'm like, right?
Yeah.
I feel both for you. Pause.
Oh yeah,
But
chill. Sheesh. Hey yo. Oh yeah.
I feel both of you, but here's how I feel in general. There's a couple of things that's giving me pause, which is one of them is it seems like this could be a regular thing. This is a question.
Mm-hmm.
This is going on regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Now for me, it's a no.
Yeah, it's just a
It's a
negative,
no
bro.
for me.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I don't drink anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't drank in probably over 10 years. I don't use drugs anymore. I mean, like recreational drugs. I take Tylenol and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I haven't done that for probably over 10 years. I have never been somewhere where I could not have fun and I needed to indulge without indulging in the things. And that's not me saying, and be a whole inner now saying you should not do all this other stuff. But if there's one drug that I cannot stand, it's alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wish there was another prohibition. I really do. One, it's literal poison. And I don't understand the nature of doing something to get drunk. Like, I don't understand that culture. I don't understand the nature of, like, we're going to go out and we're going to get drunk.
Yeah.
At your age, one, your body ain't recovering the same. I'm telling you that right now. At 35 plus,
wow.
you're not recovering the same.
You ain't got to go to work tomorrow?
No,
That's what I'm
recovering
saying. Like, what's
And all
going
you're
on?
doing is creating liver disease.
Come on, man.
2, it's a safety thing for me, if we're being really honest.
Okay, that's deep.
Especially if it's like, if we're talking women or vulnerable people, you are outside of you're uninhibited. You're drunk. Anything can happen. And then 9 times out of 10, people still get behind the wheels of the car at that time of night.
That's the other part, yeah.
It's dark outside. You're drunk and you're trying to drive. What are we doing? I always try to ask myself the question, why are we even here? What was the purpose of us going out?
Can we listen to loud music at the crib?
So I understand. I feel you. But I understand being in an environment with people and being around people. So sometimes you need, but sometimes you want to do that in a different space. Because I am a huge believer that space harbors energy. So sometimes you got to get out of the space you're in to go to a different whatever.
That's real.
So I'm not against, that's not what I'm saying. But I also think that like, there's a time limit on certain stuff. Mm-hmm. I can do something for 3 hours and we done. So if I get out at 8 by 11, I'm good. Mm-hmm. We have maximized it. It's kind of like the point of no return. Mm-hmm. We've hit the top already. Mm-hmm. Anything from here is just downhill.
Might as well just go home.
Nothing about the night is going to get greater. The more you drink, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get more drunk. That's going down. We've already listened to music. The music's not going to get better. Mm-hmm. The only thing that's really going to get better as the time goes on, maybe, is that like we see some sort of altercation. But then again, that's a safety issue because somebody gets popping. I was out at 2 a.m. and I got shot for what? Mm-hmm. So for me, as I got older, and I'm thankful that I did my partying when I was young. Because this used to be me. We go out every night, especially summertime at Charleston when nothing.
Yeah, if the age said 25.
Right, I'll feel a little bit different.
That's right.
But we pushing 35 plus.
No, fam.
Bro, go home.
Yeah, just stop.
Because what are we out for? Because to me, the people, and this is a hot take, most of the people who are going out all the time, they're dealing with some sort of insecurity and they want to be seen.
My. Now we're talking to the black and white.
At 35, if you're still dealing with that, you don't need to be in the club. You need to be in the therapy.
That's right.
Sitting on somebody's couch.
You need to be in therapy till 2 a.m.
You need to be sitting on somebody's couch.
That's more healthy.
If you're doing it all the time.
That's crazy. Because also, again, what is the environment's going to drive the energy? Yes, but let's just talk about the basics. Okay, I'm 35, and it says couples, but I'm 35, and I got my girlfriend or her wife or husband or whatever I got with me. So I'm big on temptation. I'm big on environment too, but in a space where it's like I don't want to put myself into something that I may cause myself to slip. You talk about safety, I talk about it from sometimes a spiritual or more maybe an emotional standpoint, where it's like
it's scary hours.
You understand what I'm saying? If I'm drunk, I might talk a certain way.
No, you ain't gonna might.
Yeah,
you will.
I'm gonna talk.
But that's why you there.
Well, if I'm drunk, my inhibitions are gone, right? So what am I doing if I'm talking a certain way, thinking a certain way, and I'm surrounded by these 20-somethings wearing a thong?
Bro, but
with my wife.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's no bueno.
That's what I'm getting at. My point is that if we keeping it a buck, bro.
Yeah.
That's what you went out for.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
And that's why I'm so strong, because I remember them.
Thank you.
I know where
that's
I was.
That's what it
mentally.
was. I'm just being honest about myself.
That's right.
And my friends and people who I've talked to. When I was going out, that's what I was trying to do.
Come on,
I wanted people to see me. I wanted them to be enamored with me. I was hopefully going to be able to take somebody home.
Hold on. Look, to prove our point, right? What was the thing that, okay, I'm speaking for all men right now, by the way. We're not going to speak for women on this pod, right? We're going to speak for men. I'm going to speak for men right now. What is the thing that you said to your homeboy on the way out the door when you was getting that pre-gaming in and you headed to whatever club you was going to?
We talking about who we gonna get?
That's right. No, we used to talk noise. Like, man, you ain't bringing nothing home.
Exactly.
You ain't bringing nothing home tonight.
Hey,
this
look,
is a game.
I get 5 before you get 10.
Come on, all of that. Matter of fact, let's say we can go deeper. Let's say the women. Let's say you were boyfriend, girlfriend, and you went out without your girl, and you came back. What's the first thing she said? How many numbers you get? It's an environment. That's what it is.
Here's why I be knowing it, be like, we not doing nothing. I remember one time we went out in Austin, and we was hopping down, bar hopping or something. I don't necessarily understand either. But
pre Katie.
No, this is with Katie.
Oh,
I wasn't with her.
Oh,
at the time.
Oh, so this
she
is a
wasn't
healthy
going.
combo. Okay, good.
Yeah, no, but this is when I started really having the thought process of this.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool to be out with my dudes, and I think some of their ladies came, and actually saw Katie's friend, coincidentally named Katie. She was down there too at the same time, so I ran into her. But we were outside at this venue in Austin, and everybody was in line to get a drink. So you know that line's about 30 minutes long.
Golly.
Right. And then we were just sitting on the deck. Somebody's playing music. You got a couple people dancing, but then like, what are you supposed to do? Oh, well, I can't dance with nobody. You know what I'm saying? So like, we're just chilling. And there was a moment where we're sitting in a circle.
Doing nothing. Just looking at each other.
Just looking at each other, bro.
Man,
like, what are
I
we
could have
doing,
did this
dog?
on the couch.
What are we
Come
doing,
on, bro.
fam? We've hit the point of no return.
That's
Why are
right.
we out here?
That's
Like,
right.
why? What are we doing? I'm wasting. Can we go eat?
No, we keep it a bean. Just say stuff like,
late
I just
night,
came here to
bro.
see people dance.
I just-
say that then.
But
I'm not
did-
here for that.
But did you?
No, I know what it is. I'm just saying, no one's gonna come out of their mouth and be like, "We wanted to come here and sit here and watch other people
Now,
dance."
when I go out with Katie,
Mhm.
we have a fantastic time.
Yeah,
Like, I love going out with her. We stay out. We go with our friends. We'll go dancing for real.
Yeah.
And we'll play pool and we'll whatever. Cool. Now, again, these are all my own thoughts and I'm putting it on everybody. You may feel differently. So I never want to cog her down. So whenever she wants to go on her little girls trips, cool. She going on one next weekend. Go ahead. There are some times where I'm like, what you doing? Okay, I want you to go. No, that's not for me.
yeah,
Not my speed. And I don't want to seem like I'm a lame, but at the same time, if we take the conversation that we just having here, that we would have had here, I would have much rather do something on the grill
come on,
with the lights on and TV
Come
on
on.
the background and just chilling like that.
come on.
Than to go to a place where the music's so loud we can't hear each other. We paying for overpriced drinks. We got to wait in line and the girl's going to pee 4 times.
Come on, bro. You don't want to do the double yell. Nobody likes a double yell.
So,
Hey, what are you trying to do?
or,
What are you trying to drink?
or were you in a situation where like, now I got to do something because somebody being mad disrespectful.
Oh, see, that's another thing I have, and this is again, thank God for therapy. Dr. Harris, you the truth, by the way. If y'all need to get unstuck, hit up Dr. Harris. But for somebody like myself, I'm in protector mode, and as
When
a
I'm
man,
out, that's me.
yeah, as a man, that's something that women will never understand. And again, to be honest, we appreciate the fact that they feel comfortable to never understand it. But the truth is, you never understand it. I'm in constant protector mode. Then we get out there, and I put the liquor in me. And
It's
somebody touch on you or bump into you, and we got to handle that.
Or sometimes it be your fault.
It might even be, and I have to defend.
But I still got to stand on business.
I can't move off this line. I got it on this line. I got to stand on. So, it's just no point. We can do all of this from the crib and be safe.
Any other points?
Nothing. I mean, I say, look, I say what I said.
He
It's
said,
just-
listen, I hear y'all talking, but
But still stuck.
it ain't gonna change that. It's stuck.
Hey,
now.
stuck.
That's not- because
Hey, stuck
you're
now.
saying those all of those things were caveats. They're not saying that you're physically doing that every single time.
Yeah.
This is, and we also don't know if this is an everyday thing. If this is the one.
I'm gonna assume based off the tone of it.
Right.
that
I'm
it
gonna
felt
assume
like
based
a
off
lot.
the tone.
you're not
opposite.
wrong.
Yeah.
Spin the wheel.
Yeah, crazy, bro. I don't know what happened, but it's kind of pissing me
Gotta
off.
get a new wheel.
Whoa, what? My bad. Hold on. Oh, that's because we had a technical difficulty last time, so
Oh,
it
that's
didn't
right.
hide.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? Spin that thing. Hold on.
That was the same
Okay,
finish,
is it
too.
stuck and stupid to give kids an iPad to keep them
Oh,
quiet?
this is easy for me. Stuck? No, it ain't stupid. Now I know. Look, I know. As I'm saying this, there's some people close to us that would hear me say that and be like, "Oh, come on, man. You know that." I don't listen. Stuck? No, it ain't stupid.
What
And
about you?
I'll give you caveats in a minute.
Stuck now as well.
I gotta say stuck. Yeah, I'm a little bit on the stuck side, but I'm not.
You only there now because you ain't got them yet. Wait till you get them things. You gonna be like, okay.
No, I might still feel like it's stupid. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna do it.
Right. That's the thing. I'm
You
not
see what I'm
saying.
saying?
I don't think
Yeah.
it's stupid, but
I might
It could
still be
happen.
like,
I also
I
think-
can't believe I'm doing this, but
yeah.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like it's going to be a good mix of there is a level of like discipline and training that's involved with keeping kids quiet, but at the same time, if we know that in 2024 technology is on the run and a kid is running around
Mm-hmm.
doing the most, but the moment they get the opportunity to do this and their voice disappears,
Mhm.
here's an iPad.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very valid point. So I might actually be a little bit more stuck no, because I think this is the thought I just had when you were saying that. So thank you for enlightening me. I was like, how'd they get kids to? They probably had other tools that they use to get kids quiet when they needed to be quiet, right? So all we're really doing is fixating on the iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Rosie. She's gonna say gentle parenting.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, she has
Give them
way,
options and choices.
Yeah. And that's just patience, by the way. What this shows us is how much patience you has in it. I can tell you right now, I do not have that. I have a lot of patience, but there is a point in where I now
certain situations may call for like I need you to
on an airplane.
not
only that I'm not no crunchy I'm not a crunchy dad. I'm gonna say in the restaurants, bro. I don't play with man. So let me tell you why I think this
public
is
settings. Like that's what it said. Yeah.
Let me tell you why I think this is a stuck no, because we have technology that can help curb that. As long as
That's what I'm saying.
See me,
yeah.
I'm stiff on my boundaries now. I used to not be before I had kids. If I'm honest, like you could get over on me in a lot of different ways. I was kind of a yes man. I was people pleaser. I had boundaries, but I never stood on them. So let people realize like, nah, that's a boundary for me, right?
Yeah.
Something about these kids that just does the reverse. So luckily we have technology that I don't even have to think about that mainly because I can just put on screen time. Put on a healthy amount of screen time as soon as it gets to clicking and I'm not like that parent that whenever the kid starts complaining, Daddy, the screen time, and you just want to get them out of your face. Here. No, if it's screen time, we cut it off. With that being said, there are times though as an adult, and we have responsibilities where I'll put the kid in front of the TV and he'll sit there and watch a movie or so, maybe 2 movies, so I can get something done.
Cruz literally watched the whole Super Bowl. He watched Ninja Turtles.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, is that, listen, we were going to watch the Super Bowl. Is that stupid?
Right.
Because
No,
it's not.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, I don't think it's stupid to put the iPad in front of them. Abuse it though, where they get to the point where they can't see themselves entertained without something like that. That's where it gets a little bit.
Right. But that's any tool.
That's right.
So yeah, y'all might have moved me over. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah, there's just so many. And again, we're not living in the world that we grew up in.
Right.
Where if you had an iPad or some technology like a computer back in our day, you were
rich, famous,
way above the line.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is on a screen today. Everything. So to take away the screen is like, well,
just putting them back in you're really placing them at a disadvantage.
That's exactly right. And then they'll have to deal with that later on. And again, no judgment to parents doing whatever they're doing. I don't care if your kids if they just read books under candlelight, for all they know, there's not even an outside, you go for it. That's your job. That's your kid. You do what you want to do. I'm just telling you, come to me and mine, Stuck, no, it ain't stupid.
I feel you.
That's how I feel.
Spinning the wheel again?
Let's go, man. Throw it up there.
I don't know why I was looking at my leg like that.
Were you spraying it with Old Spice? No.
Make
sure you hit them legs.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so this says, is it stuck and stupid for schools to consider intentional harm and possible death as not bullying?
I don't understand
Higher
this.
Ed Fred, I'm going to need you to give me more context because I feel like you put this one on here.
Yeah, so for those of y'all who don't know, there was a school in Austin, Texas. Long story short, this kid was bullied by his teammates. They recently learned that he had a severe peanut allergy. And he told them like, hey, I can't even be like around peanuts. Peanuts can't, like the smell of peanuts in the air could set it off, the whole 9, right?
That's tough.
The students, the bullies, were asking questions like, so what would set off an allergic reaction? Like trying to gather information.
Yeah, get some recon.
Right. But he was just like, oh, okay, they just want to learn. So sure, like if I touch a peanut, if you had peanuts and then you touched me, like he was giving all of that information. The very next day they had a football game and they threw peanuts all over his uniform, all over his pads, all over his locker, everything. And so when he opened the locker, everything hit him. Okay. He ended up having to get rushed to the hospital.
Of course.
He did survive, but that's a hospital bill.
Mm-hmm.
He missed a week and a half of school.
Mm-hmm.
And the culprits, so there were 2 of them, the culprits were just suspended for 2 games. That was it. They were allowed to get right back on the field. They were allowed to continue to attend school. They just couldn't play football just for 2 games. So long story short, the mom took this case to the school board. And the school board was like, hey, this is bullying literally 101, right?
100%.
And more importantly, they knew of the harm that could be caused if this occurred. And they still did it anyway. And the school board stuck with the discipline that the school gave, which was just missing 2 football games. And the mom was like, that's not enough. So the question is it stuck and stupid for schools to consider someone causing intentional harm to another person and possible death to not be bullying?
Yeah, I think it is stuck and stupid. I mean, again, everything's case for case, but if we're just talking about that specific case, I would. It's hard pressed for them to be able to educate me on an actual definition of why that's not bullying.
That's my thought too, because
in
the court of law, this is the difference between negligent unaliving and M-word unaliving.
What's it? Whoa.
Malignant.
Oh,
no, M-word.
I said malignant. That's an
No,
M-word.
M-U.
M-U. Mercer University. You said
red rum.
Oh, so intentional.
Yeah.
So we're talking.
Don't use the word, but red rum.
I'm not gonna use the word. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You saying negligent? I was thinking.
Well, because they don't say intentional. They don't say intentional unaliving. They say M-word.
Man,
but yes.
slaughter the cow.
Exactly.
I like that one. All right.
Any murders in this house?
Yeah. So but that's it literally in the court of law. That's the difference between 3 to 15 years or 25 to life.
No, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you, and because this is crazy. I think we all agree. I'm tired of these kids. These kids need to be tried as adults, bro. I'm tired of it, bro.
Especially with this intent.
Oh, buddy who was just at the school, where was it at? Where he brought the gun to school in Mesquite?
Mm-hmm.
First off, the officer shot 19 shots, only hit him once. They need to go down right over here on Pioneer Parkway.
I don't want to be this way, but they shot at him 19 times and they hit him once?
They hit him once.
What? Okay, hold on. Before
They need to go, listen.
Wait. Is this us? Was it us that did it?
No.
I already knew. I should
Either
ask.
way, yeah, because it was us.
It would have been 19 in them.
19 shots. Listen, 19 shots and somehow 20.
Accurate.
Somebody got
and the 20 was the one.
Somebody. Wait, is it only 19 bullets? What a 20 was? It's a magic bullet. No, listen, police officers.
No, 19 would have been from one person.
Right. Yeah, them police officers need to go down on Pioneer Parkway to the training facility.
Come on, let me do it. Let me show you.
However, I think he has some felony charges or whatever. And I think Katie was like, oh, that's a little harsh. I said, no. In today's day and age,
you need to be.
It's over, bro. There is no more boys will be boys. There is no more
girls will be girls.
Girls will be girls. There's no more
now.
Oh, they're just young and dumb. No, they're not. We were young and dumb when we had no access to resources.
Right.
And now we do.
I have access to every resource in the world.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why we even have more school shootings is why.
Access?
It's because we see more school shootings because we have access to guns.
That's right.
And because we have access to cameras and phones and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
That's why there's more school shootings that we have. This was not a thing growing up, bro. We did not have school shootings like this.
Right.
So even here, 2 games, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You intentionally, you knew I had a peanut allergy, and it's different if you, let's say
you didn't know, but
not even
I wouldn't
that.
go that high. Yeah.
Let's just say this happened. Let's say, like before the games. I remember when I was in high school, before the games, the moms and stuff, they bake cookies and stuff and put it in your locker. Yeah. Let's just say his mom was the leader of the PTA or the team, whatever. She made a peanut brownie or something like that. He knew that you had a peanut brownie, but a peanut allergy, but you tell me, you might say something, you forget that, like, oh man, I forgot this has peanut butter in it. Why? Because I'm not your caretaker, so I'm not always checking for it.
I'm used to thinking about peanuts.
Right.
And stuff, yeah.
Sometimes that's a true accident.
Yes.
That's right.
You went in there and intentionally put peanuts on all of my stuff?
Yeah, that's intentional.
You try to kill me.
Yes,
yeah,
that's intentional.
Them kids need to be in somebody's jumpsuit.
Yeah, because watch this. What if he would have got to his locker before everybody got there, or what?
And nobody could have helped him.
That's right.
He would have been dead on that floor.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all need to be in somebody's jumpsuit.
They did have to use an EpiPen on him.
Of course they did.
Which is $700, right? And then the hospital bill, the ambulance ride.
Hospital
who
bill.
paying for that? Because that, number one, in my opinion,
it's one or two things. I'm suing they family to the ground.
Yes, I'm suing them individually. I'm suing them as a family, and I'm suing the school, and I'm suing the district.
I'm going for the school first.
Yeah, school first.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm doing
family.
Yeah.
Once I put that money on the school head, they go, oh no.
I still believe, bro. Them kids need to be in a jumpsuit.
I don't disagree with that.
Sorry.
Like this is tough. And keep in mind, they're like 16, 17.
I never thought
They're
I would be
sophomores and
like.
juniors.
I never thought I would be the, like tough on crime
Advocate.
type dude,
Yeah.
bro. But I think we're at a part in our society
We gotta
where, not even from a police standpoint, bro, people need to be checked, bro.
No, life.
Yeah, oh,
you,
yes.
You saw how Killer Mike was, shout out Killer Mike, 3 Grammys. You saw how he explained how to get rid of child support.
Yeah,
It's the same type of level of accountability.
yeah. That's it. That's all it is. It's like
It's a high level of accountability.
that's what we need. We have to have it, bro.
It's unfortunately because we have so much access, heavy is the crown.
Yeah, and
Heavy is the
I'll
crown.
and I'll even add, like there was so minimal of the
Yeah.
punishment that went with this. The article that I read, which happened. Obviously, I was looking for an update. Haven't found it yet.
Yeah.
They just got the 2 games. They didn't even get detention. They didn't get on-campus
No, nothing
suspension.
else.
They didn't
treated it
get
like it was a
off-campus
football
suspension.
issue.
Yes, they treated it like it was a football issue, and they thought that because coach handled it, the coach, not the principal, not the assistant principal, the coach said, you know what, you can't play for 2 games. You can practice.
That's crazy because if I was the coach, bro, I'm telling you right now, and I've been in situations where a coach can kick people off the team for lesser.
Yeah, oh,
I'm about to
absolutely.
say, I didn't got
Absolutely.
man,
For
say.
lesser, bro.
Man,
Missing,
and-
missing
Were
a
the
practice.
2 dudes stars of the team?
No.
Oh yeah, they got
Even so, bro, I'm telling you.
No, I'm not saying
As-
that's
no,
justified. I
no,
just
no,
mean
no.
like that's a harder decision.
Yeah, it's a harder. People, you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang,
You get for a
You
half
know what I'm
second.
saying?
Point
For a
getter.
half second, you might go.
okay, hey, but it
yeah.
is Patrick Mahomes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna ask. But even for me, I'm like, bro, we at a point in my life. If I'm the coach, hey, what coach? I'm sorry.
Great, you can be
That's
sorry
too
for over
bad.
there.
Listen,
Yeah.
what they say, I'd rather lose the right way.
Period. Period.
We ain't having that.
And it's not even a discussion.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
my
thing.
thing is
It's
like,
just they come to
pack
school
your
the
bag,
next
sir.
day. No. I'm not doing. We're not doing none of that.
No access.
We're packing your everything. You ain't coming back over here. We don't want nothing to do with
The
you.
Jamal Adams skit.
All of
He-
that.
Whoa,
Look, I'll let you-
Hey,
I'll
I
let
think
you
they
even-
come back. Did they cut me?
Yeah, all of that.
I'll let you even come. I'll let you even like take the jersey home. I don't want none of that.
I don't
Just
want
get
none of
out,
that
bro.
stuff,
Now,
You can't. You ain't got no access. Because I also got to protect my team.
yeah,
If you're gonna do that to him, what you gonna do to the next dude?
yep.
Yeah.
And then what you gonna do to another team if you learn about them about like rivalries and stuff like that?
as a
Because
coach,
rivalries
how you
get
2 games.
2 games, bro.
Yeah,
like
we got to bring them to the stands.
coach got to get sued too. Sorry.
Facts, bro.
Hey, put coach on the wheel.
Yep.
Yeah, coach.
And then
is the coach stuck in stupid?
and then college, like you wanted to go play in college, like if any school recruits these 2 kids, you
But
get
see,
like
I see. And again, maybe.
I want people to change. That's not.
Yeah.
oh, absolutely.
So if they get an opportunity later on down the road, cool. But they got to do something now.
Yeah,
a lot of
but
They
they
gotta be held
haven't yet.
accountable
A lot
now.
of work.
They got a lot of work.
It's gotta be
And if they
humble the
get
whole
out of
time,
that, let's say they had to do a jail time and they get out and they're 22 and they got their whatever degree so they can go pursue college and maybe they can walk on, they've changed.
That's
Cool.
different. Yeah.
But
That means you paid your price.
you paid your price. And I'm always about if you paid your price, you deserve a chance.
Mhm.
And I know that there's some people who feel differently about that because some people pay their price, they get out, and they still do the same stuff. I understand how recidivism works. However, if we decided this was the price,
The deal's a deal, man.
the deal's a deal. But for now,
Mhm.
I'm trying to be swift judgment, bro. I kind of want to be like Judge Dredd or something. Or
You should have been expelled that day.
Let's not even forget the fact that they did that or whatever. They made the news. It's on. You know, it's too much, bro. You got to listen. I love you. You got to go. And I got demoted for.
That's
I got
crazy.
demoted for a family vacation. Don't forget,
Bro.
I went on a family vacation, came back, lost my spot on the team, and it was a vacation my coach knew about. Rest in peace, Coach Green. But he was like, "Yeah, bro. So how was Puerto Vallarta or wherever we went?" I was like, "Great." I didn't realize he was trolling me. I'm
Yeah,
just
hope it
giving
was
him all
good.
this stuff. Oh, it was great. I'm telling him the whole thing. He's like, "Yeah." So, yeah, this was opening week for us for training, and I couldn't have you miss that week and still give you a spot on the team. So,
Yeah, so and the thing is, part of that's Coach Green sticking to his rules.
yeah, sure.
I got rules for this team. And yeah, you had a family vacation.
Okay, how big you think you are?
Yeah,
or-
you got to stick
even
to the
the
rules.
family vacation was too small. For
So
me.
as a kid, I'm like, I can't believe you did this. As I get older, I'm like,
I know why.
That's G.
it's the rules, right? Same goes with this, bro.
That's
Absolutely.
exactly right.
Or
That's why I said
if
I
you
got
didn't
moved for
have
lesson.
this, if you didn't even think to have this as a rule, which this should be an unspoken one, but even still, like there's got to be a rule of like some kind of conduct.
No, there is. If you
Unbecoming.
harm anybody, period, it should be this. If they
Yeah.
don't have that, what kind of program are they really? But every program has at least a baseline. If you touch or harm one of us, you got to go. And if
Bro.
not, this is a weird program.
When I was playing college football, this is wild when you think about it. Bro, we used to, in practice, if two people were fighting,
Mhm.
first off, if the team was fighting, the expectation was that, like, you were fighting.
That's right.
Matter of fact, if somebody saw you on the sideline and you weren't fighting,
Oh, it's a problem.
you're
You know
not going to be on the
what?
team.
I'll bet because of what you're about to explain, which is the rule.
Basically, you know what I'm saying? We all in.
Mm-hmm.
So, but this is the craziest thing, bro. If, let's say, one offensive player, one defensive player, they kind of jawing back and forth, coach would stop practice. He'd say, hey, everybody circle up.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
Shotgun
we'd
alley,
be like,
baby.
hey, we lit. You want to know why? You had to take that helmet off, take the shoulder pads off, and get active. Y'all too? Y'all got something to beef about? Get active. And then we will fight in practice and then put the shoulder pads back on, put the helmet back on, and get back at. Like, it was like, dead to beef now, because we a team and we a family, we know we're going to fight inside. But you're not going to do it in the locker room. You're not going to do it. We right here. Okay, you
This
got
is
a
where you
grievance?
Work it out at.
Work it out right here. Put the shoulder pad back on, we back to football.
Mm-hmm.
But now I think about it, I'm like, that's kind of crazy. We used
Yeah.
to square up.
So what we're
in
explaining
practice.
is when we grew up and how things were when we grew up. That is
Times
something
is
that's
different
not
now,
going to
bro.
happen
It would
nowadays.
never happen
We had
nowadays.
all kind of stuff like that.
That's how
man.
you get a program shut down.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, that's
facts,
the
bro.
first way you get it. Shit.
Nah, look,
Yeah.
the coach gonna write a statement on IG.
Oh,
I'm resigning. Thank you
That's
for
right.
my time here. I want to thank everybody at Grambling State who.
That's before he get back to the locker room. That's already up.
Someone done posted for him, bro.
That statement coming through. But back in the day, we had no concussion protocol.
No,
Nope.
concussion.
Wasn't no transfer portal.
What was that?
We was squabbling, bruh. Squabbling.
Yeah,
I remember my homeboy got a concussion in practice. My coach said, I mean, his eyes going two different ways, pupils this big. Coach said, can you say go Tigers? He said, go Tigers. He said, get back in there. I was like, T, get out, bro.
Come on, bro.
Bro, your eyes going different ways. You got the little bunnies and stars above your head. Come on, son. It's crazy times, man.
You gotta wrap us up, bro.
Yeah, get us unstuck, bro.
Let me tell y'all how I get y'all unstuck. I saw a quote earlier, and I feel like it really resonated with me, and I hope that it resonates with y'all, man. Oh, man, I can't breathe. I'm sorry, bro.
I can't breathe through my
So, and it's really kind of talks for old buddy at the little work situation, but it can go for y'all too. Listen, the best way to predict the future is to create it. My boy. You know, you can't really get with the girl right now. But you can create a book. You can create how it is in your mind.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? You can set the situation up in another world, in a fantasy world. You can do that, but in really any situation, whether it comes like, or whether it's the football situation, really with the peanuts, or any situation, you don't know what your future's gonna bring unless you really start to create it. You set a plan for it. You know what your end goal is. You know what you want to do. Other than that, you're just waiting for something to pop up and hoping that it's good. What does Brian always say? Something about preparation leads to failure.
Proper preparation and planning
Leads
leads
to
to progression.
something like
Come
that.
on,
It's a
hey!
fire bar. It's a fire bar.
Stucky!
Shout out to B-Wood Cooks, but this is along the
For
same
the
line,
win.
bro. Create your future and you'll know exactly what it is. Drink your tea. Get unsick. Be well. Go to sleep.
If it's up.
And it's stuck.
Then it's hey.
Oh, sorry.
So that's the sorry is because I said the mother. I'm finna call for this whole again.